All right, today we're talking about bench press, and the number one thing that's probably holding you back from lifting some more weight on that bar. You know what that is? Probably form, which sounds basic, but it's important. And it's important for, again, the gains you're trying to get, but also your health and your body to reduce risk of injury. So we'll get into it. So a couple things to start. First, hand placement, right? So again, this is Bare Bones 101 bench press. So stick with me if you know what you're doing, or at least think you know what you're doing. So again, these are things I've learned from over the years from various lifting coaches. So here we go. So ring fingers, I put them on the ring, kind of smooth part that's on the barbell towards the outer edge, just about shoulder width, and that's what I find comfortable for me, but keep it around there. And then I go with my thumbs about thumb length in from where the little studded grooves are in the barbell to the smooth part in the middle. Again, if you're familiar with a barbell, you know what I'm talking about, but hand placement, right? Next, so again, your feet, and a lot of people miss this. Your feet placement and your ability to use your legs to drive through your bench press is going to exponentially help you to lift that weight. So what do I mean by that? So you're going to want to take your heels and imagine you're driving them into the ground. My coach used to always tell me, like you're driving them through the ground. And between that and then the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is arching your back, so where you're between, again, your heels digging into the ground and your back arched with your shoulder blades on that bench press, you're creating a platform for you to explode off and get that weight up. All right, so again, hand placement and then your feet placement and driving through your legs with your heels in the ground, and then arching your back. All right, and the last thing as well is the placement of the bar. So when you're bringing the bar down, obviously you don't want to have it too high up. I've seen many guys do that. Sounds like ridiculous, but it's happened. What that's going to do is cause some issues with your shoulders pretty soon on. So little story, me growing up, I played football and baseball and basketball as well, but I lifted a lot for football specifically, and I dealt with a lot of shoulder issues based on my form that was shit. So if I just fixed that bench press form, I would have been really having those shoulder issues. But so your shoulder is going to definitely have some issues if you're holding that bar up here. So you want to have it nipple line. So that's what my coach always would tell us, nipple line, which is right around down here. So again, between your hand placement to initially start out on the barbell, your feet digging into the ground, you're arching your back, and then last thing where you're bringing that barbell down, again, nipple line. Between all those things, you're going to get the most explosive barbell bench press. And what you're doing, again, imagine you're exploding through and you're pushing your heels into the ground when you're doing that movement. It's really going to help you to get that weight up and start increasing that weight. Now, a couple last things I'll say too is you're going to want to have some type of warm-up routine in general for your workouts, but specifically for bench press, again, because of that strain that it could potentially have on your shoulders, do some type of band exercise to loosen those muscles up, whether it's just kind of a rotator cuff motion or some rear delt exercises that I'll do as well. You want to get those in to just make sure that your shoulders are nice and warmed up before you go and start benching. You can do some push-ups too. That's helped me between my shoulder and my chest to just kind of get it loosened up and get the blood flowing in it. That's definitely going to help as well. And yeah, so that's really like the basic 101 that you're going to need to know to start benching if you haven't started it yet and this is your first time really getting into it. Or maybe if you've been benching and these are just some things that maybe you're just not thinking on when you're doing it every day, but or once or twice a week. But hopefully that's helped you to think twice about these things when you're in the gym as well. And I'll always say too, like this stuff takes time, so don't beat yourself up if you're getting in there and expecting to bench 225 plus right off the bat. It takes time, takes years to get to that point. If you push it too fast with this kind of shit, you'll easily hurt yourself. And if you hurt yourself, you're going to be out for longer, which is going to prohibit you from getting, those gains in the future. So really take it day by day with how you're doing with your progress on that bench, and ideally get a spot. I'm at the point I don't really use a spot unless I'm really pushing weight. But yeah, just incrementally build that weight up to get to where your goal bench press is. But hopefully these couple quick tips help out. And again, that one thing that you might be missing on your bench, hopefully it's brought that to light and you can fix that in the future. Be lifting some more bench, some more weight. All right, peace.